Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he was right. That was the end.
Yeah, dead bush story.
Dead bush story. So I'm in the middle of the room, and that's fine because you can teleport. But what I didn't realize is you can only tend to the plants that are next to you. So if I'm standing in the middle, you can't work diagonally. So I can only do up, down, left, and right. And everything else in the garden just died. And it takes like 10 days to get rid of a dead plant. And you have to get rid of the plant before you can untill or unhoe the land or whatever and turn it back into a space you can walk on. And that was entirely too much effort for me to put forward.
Yeah.
So I just bought another room, and I did it in farming lines like you do in Minecraft, so that you can have the water between each of them.
We should do a Minecraft Let's Play.
We should play Minecraft together. And yeah, so in my house, to this day, I can still log in. I remember my login. There's a room, and it's just full of dead plants.
Well, there we go. That's the dead bush story.
Yeah, and if you get the video before this to 15 likes before the end of August, I will show that room.
Yeah, we will be able to see it.
Yeah, we'll do some gardening.
Yeah. Personally, I have not seen it, so
Yeah.
that is exciting.
So there you go. That's my Webkinz stories. Except I have one more.
All right, go on.
You yelled at me last time because you were over Webkinz at this point. The
Right,
Curio
yeah.
Shop.
Our big Webkinz. It's a lot easier when I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Webkinz, there's the normal kin store, and it's just like the market. You can get whatever. And then there's the specialty shop called the Curio Shop, and you can buy whatever you want. There's like 12 items that you can buy any one day. And it changes out every day, and you can only get one of them, and it's like specialty items.
Right.
Think like an antique store.
Uh-huh.
It's that concept. But there was also a mini game that you could play, and it was Gem Hunt, and you could play this once a day, and you would go into the mines, and you would get 3 shots, and you could pick one of 5 different mines, and there would be stalagmites and stalactites all over the place, and you would use your little pickaxe and pick away, and you got 3 chances. And you could either get slag, which isn't worth anything, or you could find one of 25 different gems.
Yeah, you're unearthing memories I didn't think I had.
Sorry, 30 gems. There's 5 colors, 6 in each color. And there were 3 easy ones per color, and there were 2 rare ones, and there was one like ludicrously hard to find one for each of the 5 colors.
And that is going to be the focus of this story.
Yes, because I got that account when I was 7.
You are no longer 7.
I am no longer 7. It's been a while. I am now in college. I cannot find the Webkinz diamond. It's the white, incredibly difficult to find one. It's shaped like a W, and it's a rainbow, and it's the last thing I need to get the Webkinz crown, which is what you can do if you have one of everything. You can trade all of them in for the Webkinz crown.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked my ass off to get that Webkinz crown, because none of my friends had it. And I wanted to be like, look, I'm the king of Webkinz. I'm better than all of you. And I put in actual effort.
The king of Webkinz.
I put actual effort into this. Revere me as the god that I am.
Clearly, yeah.
7-year-old god of Webkinz.
Yeah. The god complex has not disappeared.
Shut up.
It's just on YouTube now.
Yep. I'm coming for you, Pewds.
Yeah. You're going to take them down with all 40 of your highly dedicated subscribers.
47.
Oh, okay.
Unless something changed. It
I don't know.
doesn't matter. But to my point, right, you didn't get that.
Yeah.
You missed the thing, and it totally fucked you.
Well, for a variety of other reasons, I also hit a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But I can't get the Webkinz diamond. I can't find it. And I went onto Google to find the mine that you're supposed to be in.
Right, yeah.
Because it only spawns in one of the 5.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't tell you. You gotta just trial and error that shit.
Right, so you go on Google.
I go on to, like, the Curio Shop wiki. And I just couldn't do it.
Nothing.
And I still can't do it. And we'll do that if that video gets 15 likes. That will also be part of it.
Finally getting the crown.
Well, continuing to attempt for the crown.
Right.
So there you go. That's...
You're going to get famous off of Webkinz Let's Plays.
Yep.
That's exciting.
That's my Webkinz stories.
Well, all right then.
Let's
go
see.
ahead,
What else is
hit
there
the
to
next
talk
topic then.
Yeah,
That's
the next
interesting.
thing that we have to talk about
Uh-huh.
was... Oh, right! What's your favorite early YouTube
early
viral
YouTube.
video?
Yeah, right. We
Like,
talked about llamas with hats for a while.
llamas with hats! Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will.
That'll be the next thing.
I think one of my favorite like early YouTube videos, there is a video called 9/11 Never Forget. It is a early YouTube poop, and I love it. It is one of my favorites.
Yeah, YouTube poops, man. Those were big for a while.
They were big for a while. They're still kind of big. They're just not as
people
popular.
still making them?
Yeah, they are.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up, man. I made one. It's not good,
Yeah.
but I made it.
Neither is anything else we make.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. You've had some quality content.
Yeah, like Jotaro telling you to shut up, but it's really slow. That's a good one.
Okay, maybe you haven't.
Maybe none of my content was good.
Maybe it's all terrible.
Maybe.
But early YouTube stuff, yeah. I recently rediscovered Chocolate Rain.
Right.
A classic song.
Very much so. There's
Nyan Cat is huge.
Nyan Cat. What is it called?
Describe it.
It's a song.
It's a song. Okay. Gummy Bear?
Nope. I know what it is. The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate.
The Ultimate Show. How could you forget the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate
That's
Destiny?
what I was saying.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight. John Mussolini and the Blue Meanie. God.
It's so good. And Bustin' is also very good.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Bustin' is good. YouTube
It's hip to
poops
fuck
are good.
bees.
It's hip to
I don't know
fuck
how old
bees.
that is, but it's quality.
I don't think it's that old.
I don't think it's super old. Let's discuss Charlie the Unicorn briefly.
Yeah, Charlie the Unicorn. I watched a bit of that back in the day. I don't think it was my thing as a kid. I'm way more fucked up now than I was back then, though.
Yeah. There are only 4 episodes.
Right.
And
the only punchline I remember from it is they stole my kidney.
Yeah, that was the punchline of episode 1.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's
the 2 unicorns that are pink and blue, and I don't think we ever get a name for them.
I would probably do.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been years since I've watched this.
Look up the
And then
Charlie
Charlie
Unicorn.
himself.
Charlie the Unicorn.
The surly white unicorn that just kind of hates everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Wants to just be left alone and nap in the
for
meadow.
good reason. I mean,
Yeah, everyone in his universe is kind of the worst,
a little bit.
except for him.
Yeah, man,
but they eventually
this
annoy
gameplay
him enough
sucks.
to drag him off to pinball. Pinball gets old quickly.
Yeah.
Unless you're the one playing it. They drag him off to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain. We gotta get to Candy Mountain. We found a map to Candy Mountain. You get the point.
Yes.
And they finally get there, and they sing a weird dramatic song, Go in the Candy Mountain Cave, and the letter Y is the one who sings the song. He's you know those candy letters?
Yeah.
The name Candy Mountain is written in candy letters, and the Y comes alive and sings him a song. It's like, go in the Candy Mountain Cave, because all your dreams will come true, and then he explodes.
Right.
Because in that show, the only rule is everyone that sings to you explodes once the song is over. The Y does it. The millipede does it on the moon.
Interesting.
The banana guy does it, because you're the Banana King, Charlie. This is a weird show.
Yeah, I think that's what's great about early YouTube content. It was just weird and experimental.
Yeah.
Old YouTube animation is some of the best stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. But I was excited to talk about this, because we just went back to Tobuscus earlier today.
Oh my god, we did.
And everything
So
holds
good.
up.
It all does. It's so good. It's so good.
Toby goddamn Turner.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to him, and I don't want to get into it, because
right, yeah,
I know there was rape accusations. I don't know how that finished up.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that it wasn't actually true, but it did destroy his career regardless.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to weigh into that part.
Right.
Because I don't know what happened. But other than that, purely focusing on his content, it's really quality. You cannot get on that dice block.
This episode is very frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad the commentary is gone from it. Because so we can talk about stuff that's way more entertaining.
Yeah,
instead
it's
of,
not you just fuck.
Yep. Anyway.
But yeah, Tobuscus, his stuff is really good.
It
and
all holds up.
Haven't watched it in like 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
and I came back to it, and it's still really good.
Yeah, the dramatic song, we listened to that.
Dramatic song is still really good.
Trapped in a Hot Pocket commercial, it's still good.
Yeah.
And
I can't sing it because I don't want Toby to sue me. But
hey, if he sues us, that means he's watching our videos. So.
yeah. Honestly, if he is kind of much smaller now, Tobuscus, if you want to...
Oh, don't do that.
you want to come on our show.
Fucked up, dude.
I'm kidding. He's still got 6 million subscribers on YouTube. He's doing fine. He's a cool guy, I think.
Oh my god.
He's not going to see this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding, Tobuscus. I love your work.
If you end up
If
seeing
you
it.
somehow end up seeing this, I
God.
love your work.
Wow.
You are a huge inspiration for me. I'd love to have you on the show if you've got nothing better to do. But it's our show, so I imagine you do have something better to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What was...
All this to say, I love your stuff, Toby.
Yeah. Early YouTube stuff.
Early YouTube stuff.
Tobuscus, fantastic. Ryan Higa.
Ryan Higa's great. Nice Guys Finished Last is still
Yeah.
hilarious. And it's got...
Solid, yeah.
The song itself has a terrible message, but if you watch
That's
the
the
video...
point.
Yeah, that's the point. But if you watch the video, it doesn't have the terrible message.
Yes.
Because they're the two guys, and they're going to
Because
how to pick up girls
the
class.
guy who is the villain of the video, the pickup artist.
The teacher.
He's the one singing.
He's the one singing, yes.
Anyway, though. Next guy, yeah, we
Nice
listened
Guys
to that
Finished Last.
today.
Yeah, he's on. So these two guys, they go to how to pick up chicks class, and the guy starts singing, "Nice guys finished last. That's why I'll treat you like trash." And it's just,
Yeah.
hey, treat your women
I
horribly.
don't think we need a genius style breakdown of the lyrics.
Yeah,
on our Sonic Heroes playthrough.
Yeah, but it's basically treat your woman terribly because that's the way she wants to be treated, and that's what gets you girls.
I can't wait for this to be taken out of context.
Oh, it sure will.
Yeah.
If I ever,
if
anyone ever wants to ruin me, this is where they will start.
Yeah. Either that or like I'll probably just cut this section of the commentary
You're gonna
out.
shitpost me.
Yes.
All right, that's fine. So the first two and choruses are just our two guys being jerks to their girlfriends because they think that's what they want. They're both fight because of course they do, and it cuts to the bridge, and it's like behind the scenes she means the world to me, and it's like, hey, I'm actually a nice guy, and I feel terrible treating you this way. And then they decide to be nice, and they get back together, and everyone's happy, and that guy is just outed as the fucking worst.
Yeah, so catch us on r/nice guys. We'll see you there.
Yep. Let's get that. Let's get that subreddit going.
Hell yeah. No,
But
it's
yeah,
a thing.
I love that video. It's just, it starts off in a rocky place, and it ends so wholesomely.
And also, it's still, what, 2010?
Something like that. It's not recent.
No.
I think it's 6
So
years ago.
It's still...
2012, 2013,
It's
something
dated.
like that. It's dated,
Yeah.
but it still holds up, and it's musically really good.
Yeah.
Like the song itself is nice to listen to. So let's talk about Llamas with Hats.
All right, well, let's do that.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen Llamas with Hats,
Go watch it.
stop watching this video.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Come back to this.
Seriously, go watch it.
There's a clip. You can find all 12 episodes. It's 18 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, you're
You're missing out
getting,
if you haven't seen
You're
it.
going to be getting a ton of recommendations from the series. 'Cause I'm pretty sure another topic on that list is anime we recommend.
It might be. We also have to have our movies discussion,
Yeah,
which
true.
we'll get to.
Yeah, if you can't tell from our voices, we're both fucking weeaboos. Like, you even have a neck beard, so...
Rude! I just haven't shaved.
Okay, anyway. What were you saying?
What a bitch. Go watch Llamas with Hats.
Right, Llamas with Hats.
Cool. Welcome back. At this point, I'm assuming that you've seen Llamas with Hats. You just got speed fucked.
Yep.
Llamas with Hats. It's great. You start off episode 1, Carl's killed a man and eaten his hands. And it's hilarious. Because it's just... incredibly dark humor,
Yep,
and for the time
absurdist.
there was nothing like it.
Yes.
But
Absurdist early YouTube dark stuff.
yes, but the reason that I love Llamas with Hats so much is because those first 4 episodes are just escalating on that, and then they actually throw in like a long-standing plot. Because in episode 5, episode 5 is just kind of a weird throwaway one. He opens a portal to another dimension to collect baby hands.
I see.
Only white baby hands, because, Whitey's got to pay, I guess. And the payment is baby hands.
I guess so, yeah.
You all know this because you've seen
I
it.
really got screwed over on this level.
You really did. It just keeps fucking you.
Yeah.
There you go. But, and then in episode 6, you just cold open on what is eventually described as a meat conveyor belt. Never before has human meat been this easily dealt with. I'm the Henry Ford of human meat. All the lines are fantastic. But Paul, the one who is not Carl, it tells us that he's leaving. Like, I'm moving out, I can't do this anymore. And it's really... This is the first thing that actually affects Carl.
Right.
And then you cut to the next episode, and it's Carl outside of Paul's new apartment. And they're just talking through the door. We never actually see Paul, but he's sad. Carl's, like, actively distraught about this. That he doesn't have Paul anymore, because he needs Paul to be there.
Right,
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And he just kind of... He's like, I'm sorry about the restraining order. I need somewhere to stay. I remortgaged or refinanced my house buying up swans, and I spent all my savings on the swans, or something like that. Something about a nightmarish swan statue. That's not the point. The point is, it basically ends with, I'm sorry, Carl, I really gave you all the chances you could. And then there's just a delivery happens with a piano full of live swans, and it's a nightmare, but you don't see it, you just hear it. And then you cut to the next episode, and Carl is in, I guess, his new apartment, because he can't afford a house, with a sheep that we've never seen before, wearing a Paul mask. And the sheep sits down, and Carl is talking to the sheep as if it were Paul. And about halfway through, the sheep sits down, and Carl starts to get, like, actively angry. And this is the first time we've ever seen him angry. Because you never sit, you're not supposed to sit. And then the sheep keeps doing different body positions, and Carl keeps getting angrier and angrier. And then it ends with a throwaway line of, no, you can't take off the mask. It has to look right when I throw you in the blood pit. And that's just kind of whatever. But the point of it is he's getting angry because it's not Paul. And then in the next episode, he's just out in the forest, and he's just talking to the Paul mask. It's not on anyone anymore. And there's a person cut up in bits, scattered around, and he's doing the voice for Paul at this point. It only shows the mask in camera whenever Paul is talking, but it's clearly Carl doing the voice. And then near the end of the episode, the mask comes to life. Like, the eyes turn red and it starts floating and it starts talking differently. And it's basically the personification of everything that Carl's doing wrong. It keeps saying, like, there's not much time, you have to finish your work. And the next episode's kind of a throwaway. He's in his own blood pit. His legs are broken. He just fell. And Paul Mask shows up and he's like, you're in danger. No, I'm not. It's just a basilisk. The dumb thing only eats Chipotle. That one's not important. And that's episode 10. And then episode 11 is them, the two of them, on like a bridge that's in pieces, and the sky is red, and everything's like, there's cars on fire flipped over, and post-apocalypse skyscrapers, whatever, and they're talking about everything they do. And we zoom in, and Carl is like visibly old now. He's got a llama beard, whatever that is. His all of his fur is more white than it was, because he was a white llama, but now he's like old white.
Right.
His hat is like raggedy and almost in pieces at this point. time has passed.
Yes.
And they're talking about everything that Carl's done. There was the blood vortex in Paris, the orb thing that shocks people and eats their skin. Unimportant details. The fact is, he's killed everyone on the planet at this point, pretty much. And this is finally the point where he realizes this isn't Paul. And they have an argument. It's like, I don't think you're really Paul. What are you talking about? Of course I'm Paul. I don't think you are. Identity theft. That's a felony. Yelling. Also a felony. And it's still Carl's sense of humor, but he's realizing that something is very wrong at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes off to find the real Paul. Jesus Christ.
Loop-de-loops.
Sick loop-de-loops. And he finds Paul. He goes to Paul's apartment that we saw in like episode 6. And he's like, I'm sorry about the restraining order, but it's important. I have to come in. And he goes through the door, and he goes in, and there's actual Paul, and he's just a skeleton. And this is Carl realizing that he's actually, the line is just, all of the humor's gone. It's just a solemn, oh, I guess you're gone. And then what I think is, I'm going to get the composer and probably the song title wrong. I think it's Bach, Springtime, I think is what it's called. Bum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. That song starts swelling, and it's like a sweeping, not a sweeping shot, just a couple sweeping cutaways to Paris and the blood vortex and the orb thing, a couple of different things that have been mentioned the entire series. And then the music gets really loud, and it cuts to Paul, and he's on it's like a road that's over water, and it's supported by columns. That sort of structure, and it's in pieces, and he's on it, and he's over the ocean, and he starts yelling at the ocean. He's yelling Carl and Paul. He's yelling Carl in Paul's voice at himself. And the music swells and swells, and then he jumps off the bridge. And it's a really depressing ending, but it's also, for Carl, kind of a happy ending. Because as soon as Paul leaves, the end credits theme starts shifting in pitch. It keeps downshifting, and then once what I'm going to refer to as Nightmare Paul shows up, I can't believe you didn't die there. When Nightmare Paul shows up, it starts not only changing keys, but actually distorting and sounding gross and garbled. And then this time, when he's finally realized that he's screwed up and he was the problem, and there's just nothing he can do, and he accepts that he's the problem and he can't get better, the end credits theme is finally back to normal in the way it should be.
Dang.
And it's really heavy. And I don't know what they wanted it to mean or what it's supposed to mean, but it definitely means something. I'm pretty sure Game Theory talked about it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Film
thinking.
Theory, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I remember them having an episode on it. It's really well researched and well done, I think. If I can find it, and if I remember to, I'll link it in the description. If not, just search Llamas with Hats Game Theory. It's not hard. And he kind of talks about this in better detail. I think there's an argument to be had about schizophrenia or something. But it's heavy because it started as just a cheap, throwaway, here's a llama, he killed a guy and he ate his hands, ha-ha, shock humor.
Right.
And it ended with this sweeping story on suicide and depression and stuff like that. Just makes me so happy. That was poorly phrased.
It was.
But good, compelling stories like that.
Yeah.
I love a good story that... And not every story has to end happy. Has to... How do I say this?
Has to have a happy ending.
Yeah. I think hopeful is more important than happy.
Right.
In a similar vein, go watch Danganronpa.
Never seen it.
It's really good. It's the whole thing is just hope versus despair. And I'm not going to explain anything about it because it's uber spoiler territory. But
Right.
go watch it. It's really good. So
All
thank
I know
everyone.
about Danganronpa is like the bear. Is that
The bear, yep.
All right.
So thank everyone so much for watching.
I don't. are we-
My breakdown of llamas with hats.
Right. Yeah. This was our film
And
theory.
I think Webkinz, whatever we talked about.
I think something.
Did we
like
start
that.
at Webkinz?
We might have.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like this video, lay an egg right on that like button, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Your discussion of storytelling will be a perfect segue into us talking about movies.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right, see you next time, guys.
See you guys.